All right, this message is going to be for fire. All fire signs. Okay, this card is graphic smoky quartz. Graphic smoky quartz tells you that you need to, it is very important at this time for you to stabilize yourself as much as possible by detoxing. Okay. This deck I still use the book for because I memorized most of the cards, but uh, we'll look at everything after I get started, after I lay all the cards out, because I don't want to spend too much time on videos. Sorry. So anyway, this has to do with detoxing. It is imperative that you stabilize yourself and ground as much as possible in detox. And we're going to get into why they telling you that's important. It has to do with your upgrade in some way, shape, or form. Appetite. Okay, this is appetite. It's telling me to pay attention to this. This has to do with self-assurance or something like that. Okay, acceptance. Excuse me. It's acceptance. So I really don't know what exactly is coming for you, but I can feel something in my stomach. And that's what I do. I feel my readings, but you're going to need to get yourself grounded in detox, because there's some type of situation that you don't, I wouldn't say that it's something that's going to hit you that's overwhelming. It's overwhelming to me, and I'm trying to process it for y'all. This is something, fire signs, this is something that you know has expired a long time ago, but you refuse to release it. I don't know what that could be. It's so many forms of it. There's people dealing with shadow work, childhood trauma, which is shadow work. There's people dealing with relationships that have kept them in a, I ain't gonna say kept them in a certain state. This is a downward spiral. It's like holding on to something that you know is going to waste. That's something that's killing you. You know what I mean? I don't even want to say killing you because I don't really feel that, but it's time for you to accept it. You need to detox by cutting off everything that you know is a detriment to your, it's not health, it is, because I can feel it. It's not health, it's your movement forward, your vitality, things that's causing you burnout, people that's in competition with you. There's something here about aging and losing vitality because you kind of beating a dead horse or being stuck to something that you know is unchanging. So it's time for you to accept reality and start to detox from that. Okay, what you can't see is the wounded healer. So this card is Cartwright, but it's the wounded healer. Let me read them to y'all. I'm gonna just give y'all the brief overview, and then I gotta go in the book and tell y'all the most important parts. So Cartwright is, in this book, is called The Wounded Healer. Garnet, in this book, it's called I think it's Passion. I don't know, because I can't remember. I told you I gotta go into the book. Anyway, this has to do with sexual taboos. It has to do with sexual relationships that may not be permanent. The sexual relationship may be for you to, it may come in for a brief time just so you can heal. And by heal, I mean, it may be a harsh lesson that you learn when this sexual relationship comes in, because it may not be a delightful healing. It may be a healing that you need to stop sleeping around. It may be a healing that you need to be celibate. It may be a sexual healing that forces you to level up, okay? So that could come in or be going out. And this has to do with inner riches. So it talks about your self-worth and your value going up, because your inner riches are your resources. And I mentioned burnout earlier because this is talking about somebody being depleted of their sexual energy and not knowing. Okay. All right. Now let me get into this because it's so choppy the way the message is coming in for me, because I don't have all the things that I want to tell y'all. I'm only going to tell y'all the most important parts. It transmutes negative energy. I actually love these cards because I can feel all of them. Okay. You may not feel like you from Earth, or it says alienation and security, but lie beneath the surface. Okay, so that's why y'all need to detox. This is talking about your autonomic nervous system maybe malfunctioning. So for the people that don't know, your autonomic nervous system is what does voluntary movements. Voluntary movements, things that people take for granted, breathing, walking, all the things that you have to learn as a baby, they are voluntary movements, even digestion. Okay, so whoever or whatever is in your environment, you have to understand how it takes a toll on yourself. You have to understand your sexual relationships, because that's what the theme of this is. There's heavy sexual, it's a heavily sexual theme to it. Somebody is affecting your health. They're pulling energy out of you and causing your body to malfunction and shut down. That's the kind of the lesson here. Okay. Okay, passion. So this one is passion, like I said. I wasn't sure. This protects you from evil and terrifying dreams. So I don't know if anybody's having anything about the dream state. Maybe I did get the theme that somebody might have overlooked somebody that they slept with, and maybe there was a throwaway of some type. But now this is kind of causing you to see somebody in a different light. So it says, let go of your inner demons, taboos, inhibitions, and fantasies. Recognize self-sabotage and expand your awareness into all that you can be. Virtue matters to you. So virtue is very, very important. And it's important to you now, because now you realize that quantity is not quality, and this is in anything. It doesn't have to be, even though this has a heavy sexual connotation to it, it also means the things that drive you, drive you may not interest you no more. And, you know, it's kind of automatic that you go in a direction and you approach things in a certain way, but you're not going to be able to do that anymore, because when you do that, you're going to start to meet resistance and it's going to irritate you, which means that it's time to release control. And that people have to understand that releasing control is a process, and it doesn't feel good, because a lot of people, instead of them thinking that it's surrendering or going into the flow, they feel like they're missing opportunities. They call themselves failures, or, you know, they just feel like they're missing out, or they're failures, you know, because they gave up or they conceded. No, this is for your personal protection. You don't want to attach it to that. But childhood trauma can make you attach to things like that, because fire signs they come into this world having to defend themselves, because people can feel that, they can feel that fire, and it makes a lot of enemies very, very fast that want to oppose you, or they want to befriend you so they can rob you, you know, energetically. And this has to do with mates too. Okay, so another thing I want to say with this is, like I said, your drive, you may find passion in something else, but in order for you to get to this, you're going to have to clean up your environment. If y'all remember the stabilizing stone that we saw at first, you have to detox. Detox the things that in your life, detox all the things in your life that put you in a mode that pulls you away from yourself. I want to go so deep into this, but I'm saying anything that distracts you from moving ahead instead of just burning energy without a goal, because fire signs have an immediate response, but that goal that they have, like maybe you want a house or whatever, when you put other people in the mix of partying and fun and stuff like that, it makes the goal run further and further away from you. So you have to make sure things around you, people, places, and things, okay, are in alignment with where you want to go. Because if they don't want the same thing, you're going to be on everybody else's program. And this is why it's so important to separate your energy, at least until you figure out, you know, who's for you and against you, because you won't know. All right, the next one. This is a great grounding stone as well. It's mentioning a lot of stuff about karma and past life. So you have to release vows that no longer serve you. And what that means is, I feel like I keep talking about that sex-based relationships, because that's just what I'm getting so heavy. Karma and past life. Hold on. Let me stay focused. You have to release things. People don't fully understand karma and past lives, but as they come in and we see ourselves in different dimension, and we hear about people that have chased us through different, lifetime after lifetime, sometimes our sexual partners can come in as our children, our mother, and our father, and you have no idea, because you might not sleep with the person. You don't know because of the form they in. You have to you have to ascend to be able to see the things. And fire signs never had that. They very rarely have that opportunity, because they are the front runners that have to take off fast. They have to react and respond. It is spark, okay? So this right here requires some patience. And that's another thing that, fire and air, which is masculine signs, they do not have that. And it's something that you have to discipline yourself if you want the reward, whatever reward that you're shooting for. You have to discipline yourself and do the thing that you don't want to do. Okay. So it says release the vows that no longer serve you, and speak what used to be unspeakable. Because I always get activism with fire signs. It's like they're gonna change it and speak up for people, because y'all meet a lot of bullies. Y'all that's what turns y'all into a bully, is people bullying y'all. That's karma of a fire sign. Avoid polluted environments. We already said that. It's the crowds and the groups of y'all around, y'all partners, y'all family. Don't sit there and argue with them. Obviously, they're not going anywhere and don't have any goals. They don't know. They don't have a direction. All they know is they want to party or have fun, or they want to be miserable. It's not your job to sit there and debate, because if you have already ascended, you will know, because it's time to get away from you. You'll know that that's just an endless game of tug of war meant to take you out. It says brilliant success and happiness are coming. Fortune favors you to navigate the way forward. Deal with problems immediately. Good friends accompany you. It says your true riches lie not in your bank account, but in your heart. So this whole thing, I'm just trying to get y'all to understand how important it is to detox yourself on all levels of competition. Anybody that you think is in competition with you, at least separate your energy. If you don't even, I would not argue. I would not say my piece, because I feel like fire signs in general do a lot of talking to people that do not care. It's an endless argument. It's an endless debate. It's a constant tug of war. When you are the example, the people that's there constantly debating and arguing with you and bullying you, they are jealous. So you're never going to get them to side with you. You're never going to get them to team up, because they want what you have. And that's your skin. And there's no way that you can give it to a person. Okay? All right. I keep forgetting I got these cards that got stuff on the bottom of it. I mean, you know, got the, what is it called? Some of the cards are inappropriate for YouTube. Okay. So we got, whatever these are. Tau Sentience. Resilient, bold, and sassy. So this is my card that just says, it just speaks about being an individual. Okay. Individualism is very, very important. And bullies are highlighted at this time. It's not good to be a bully. And there are a lot of people that's bullies that just want love, and they need to start detoxing so they can open their heart up, because their situations that they're born into forces them to close into a ball, so nobody knows their true self. They just say they angry, they selfish, they want to be lonely, which is the exact opposite. I know, because my mother's a fire sign. They go through a lot of trauma, but people just expect them to be resilient. You know what I'm saying? They expect them to just handle it. They write them off as hard-headed, and you know, that's trauma. Okay. All right, let's see what comes out. It's taking forever for the cards to come out. They're very stubborn. Come on. Releasing control is very, very important. You have to be in a state of flow for the ascension that we're going through, because you will get very agitated and irritated. I know that's why my cards are doing this. All right. I mean, wow. Okay. Wow. Reptilians. Ooh. Predator, survival, and tyrannical. So this is what I want to say about this real quick, and I don't want to spend too much time on these readings, because it's such a high level read that I'm really supposed to spend I could spend like 45 minutes, over an hour for real. Reptilians. Now, I feel like you have to, I don't want to say watch out for these people. This is what you need to know about reptilians. They're obsolete, okay? They're obsolete, but they can hide within your group. And I feel like this is a predator for y'all, because you will not see that they're reptilians. You have to ascend to be able to see if this is the type of being in your environment. I can give you examples of reptilians. Their bodies are breaking down now, and they don't look normal. You could tell by their skin. It's so hard. Okay, so I know one person where the fluid is almost sucked out of their body to the point where it looks like it's a old it's old. It's just skin on a skeleton. That's exactly what I wanted to say. So their physical body looks like a skeleton wrapped in skin, but not like shrunk down. Their body cannot, it's highly acidic, so it can't heal. So you see their health declines a lot. There's one other thing that I wanted to tell y'all about reptilians. They need a lot of water. Especially now with the sun being so hot and them being obsolete. Their bodies break down faster. They're highly acidic, because y'all wouldn't be able to see this stuff. So I'm trying to these are the people that y'all need to watch out for. And they probably the ones that's harvesting y'all energy, but you cannot, how can you identify? I'm going to give y'all some words out here, because this reading's going to take too long. Let me just read it to y'all. I was just giving y'all my experiences of reptilians. They can hide amongst bullies, because that's what they look. They're tyrannical people. Like they only care about themselves. They're very, very selfish, extremely selfish. You could be in a relationship and you wouldn't even know that they were selfish. You'll know because of them words. Tyrannical is great. Predator. They'll pull on your sexual energy and they will drink you dry. They will drink you dry. So they need a lot of water. And if they have a host, it's really, really good. But you'll see they need a lot of water on their own. And this is somebody that will have a lustful energy attached to them. And they can never drink enough. They can never drink enough energy or water. So I'll just read the card meanings, okay? It says tyrannical, cruel, fight or flight reptilian brain. So they have fight or flight mentality. Interrogation, always asking you questions. Predator, survival, bully, territorial, pecking order. So they always look at people as inferior to them. Militant, viewing everything as a competition. We already spoke about competition in a reading, and that's why I try not to spend so much time. Y'all like what y'all see, y'all can get a reading, and I can spend forever doing this. But this is what y'all was born into. This is the bottom of the weeding process that everybody on this earthly realm have to go through. You do not want to be labeled as one of these people, because you just don't. But just know that these people are the main ones. They feed off of things that they feed off of lower vibration stuff, especially hate and anger and frustration. All of those lower things, that's the first thing on the scale, the spectrum of energy, is that rage, hate, jealousy, envy. They eat that up. They love it. They love it. They feed off of it. They need a host, okay? Okay, now Syrians, this is talking about they need, this group needs somebody to breed with. They need somebody to breed with because everybody is under audit. I'm just trying to think of how to explain this to you. Give me 1 second. Okay, so this is talking about children that are highly intelligent, okay? This is talking about children that's highly intelligent, ahead of their time. And this is referring to a parent that neglects those children. This is a parent that is very selfish, only cares about what they want. This is somebody that is non-committal. Now remember, whoever this adult figure is that taught these children, they ignored children. They appear as a spiritual person, but they're very, very selfish, and they only care about what they want to do. So that, as far as what they can do to a child, it's these children that's highly intelligent in their case, because this card means different things, is they're meant to be leaders. But because this adult figure wants to be a leader, and see with the fire signs, like I was saying, my mother's a fire sign, so this is a good example for you, but they're too focused on themselves to be able to raise future leaders. So you have to do it all on your own. It's like you know it, but these people are meant to be activists to bring into the new world order or the new paradigm shift that we're in. But this is what you're born into, and this is what you have to elevate and graduate yourself from. So you got to detox from these type of energies, because you mad at the world because of this person. You will be the example. You are not there to go back and forth with people that bullied you or parents that was never there for you. You're supposed to be the example. You're supposed to separate from them. Do not tell your plans, because they're going to thwart them. They're going to say, oh, that's not right. Don't do that. And this type of parent gears you to where they think that you should go. And it 9 times out of 10, it does not have anywhere where you need to be. You're not going anywhere where you need to be. I know, because I went through this. So I'm gonna read y'all the pieces from that, and then that'll be the end of fire signs. I wish I could go in depth. I just wanted to give everybody these readings because this is the time that we in. And nobody has they don't really have what they need to help them figure out what in the world they're going through at this time. It's like, you got to keep everything in your head. You can't say nothing because you don't want people to think you crazy. So the card meaning is artistic, music, integrity, honesty, truth, gracious, serious, transparency, ocean creatures, merchants, traders, crystals, singing, accomplishment, success, commitment, and loyalty. Now I'm about to tell y'all the negative sides of this, because this is what y'all need to know. Y'all still are a product of these parents, which made you predators for reptilians, because y'all so angry and y'all have to graduate out of that. Got to get yourself out of that house or out of that city or out of that job that is making you close up even more, because it's going to be detrimental to your health and your ascension. So you have everything that that parent has. That's half of you that you need, but you're going to be approaching life completely different from them with the tools that you grew up from that parent. You took a lot of important things that you have to carry over. Okay, so the reverse is disloyal, repressed emotions, non-committed. We said that, didn't we say that? Non-committed, concealing, commitment phobic, aloof, and indifferent. So you learn from a person that has half good stuff about them, but it doesn't match. Their lifestyle don't match. My mother used to read the Bible. I'm gonna just say, read the Bible and go to church faithfully, but she was like a complete demon in the household. I'm just trying to give y'all that example. So you'll know, because you'll see that traits within whoever you find guidance in. And this could be friends. It doesn't have to be a parent. It can be friends. It's whoever it is that acts one way in public and behind closed doors is something completely different. Okay? They didn't give you the proper guidance because they were very, very self-centered and selfish. So that is the end of y'all review. Fire signs.